Whether you're a paddler, a sailor, or a fisherman, we all want clean waters to play and work in. However, when it comes to maintaining a healthy marine environment, it's what happens here on land that has the biggest effect on our coastal waters. Here on the shores of Nasketucket Bay, the Buzzards Bay Coalition has been working for over 10 years to protect a rare and important parcel of undeveloped land that could help ensure the health of Buzzards Bay for generations to come and open up new recreational opportunities at the same time. One of the main recreational activities on Nasketucket Bay is paddling. And the easiest way for kayakers and canoeists to access its marsh-lined upper portion is via the launch area at the end of Edgewater Street in Fairhaven. This is where I set off to explore the bay in my 10-foot Dagger kayak. Although it was early spring, the bay shores and surrounding marsh were already coming to life with osprey, geese, oyster catchers, and other types of birds, some of them already on the nest. After a short paddle, I arrived on the shores of Shaw's Cove and the southern edge of the property that the Buzzards Bay Coalition is trying so hard to protect. The property in question is a working farm, formerly known as Shaw's Farm, now the De Normandy Farm. It stretches from Nasketucket Bay, right here where I'm standing, all the way up that hill behind me and past that red barn in the distance. It really is a spectacular property, as I discovered a little over a week ago when I toured it with Brendan and Annette of the Buzzards Bay Coalition.
We've been in conversations with this landowner for over 10 years. It's a property that really stands out. When we look at maps and lay resource values onto the maps, you know, where are the wetlands and the streams, the proximity to the coastline, where is the threat for development, this property really stands out.
So Brendan, if the deal goes through and it happens, then the fields and the forests, they'll be protected from development in perpetuity, right? And tell us, why is that important to the bay?
The biggest threat to the bay is pollution that actually comes from how we use the landscape around the bay. The watershed lands, as they get developed, several things happen that contribute nutrient pollution to the bay. The removal of the vegetation, the natural grass vegetation, forest vegetation, disturbance of wetlands, all of those things in their natural state are able to actually remove pollution before it gets to the bay.
If this place was developed, it would dramatically change the character of this particular piece of property, but also of the region, because this particular hill we're standing on is visible from Nasketucket Neck and from boats out on the bay and from points around the bay, as well as the neighborhoods looking across some of these farm fields. The wooded half of the property will change in ownership over to the state park and the local conservation commission and other conservation organizations. Those parts of the property will be open to the public. Trail systems will be able to expand. This Nasketucket Bay land conservation project is so large, it extends from the coast, from the bay edge, all the way up to the bike path and actually all the way out to Route 6.
Increased public access would be a major benefit of the land deal, and people using the bike path would have access to trails through the Nasketucket Reservation, which borders the eastern shore of the bay.
You'd be able to ride your bike along the bike path. There'd be, you know, a bike rack right there. Leave your bike there, lock it up, and hike down, take a hike through the woods, winding down through the woods over a couple streams back here and right down to the coast.
Oh, so, nice. Yeah. So you get so you go up for a bike ride, go for a little hike, see some nature there, then go down to the beach.
That's right.
And take a dip.
Yeah, mix up your day with some activities. That's great. That's part of the adventure. But the property comes down, has quite a bit of shoreline here on Nasketucket Bay. You look around, it's a beautiful day. The water looks beautiful out on the bay. The view you have over towards West Island and Nasketucket Neck, you can actually look all the way over to the Elizabeth Islands and to the Cape on the other side of the bay. This is excellent habitat for, important habitat for birds, wildlife that use these areas. Fish, of course, as the tide comes in, are using salt marsh habitats, then move out and use the extensive eelgrass beds that still exist out here.
To date, the Coalition has raised over $4 million of the $6 million needed to complete this land protection project. Much of that funding has come from state and federal sources, demonstrating a significant outside investment in protecting this special place in southeastern Massachusetts. To complete the project, additional funding is being sought from the Bouchard oil spill settlement and the towns of Fairhaven and Mattapoisett, where the De Normandy Farm is located. The Coalition and everyone who cares about the health of the Buzzards Bay watershed, open space, public access to the local woods and waters, and the entire bay itself are hopeful that the towns and its citizens will recognize the unique opportunity afforded by the Nasketucket Bay Land Conservation Project.